pasa, amigos? This is Anacron, chilling right here, HotMyHitz in Spain, from Los Angeles. As long as I can remember, since I was a little kid, I always wanted to play music. I always wanted to play instruments. I always wanted to be a jazz musician, which is why I trained as a jazz musician for, my entire life has been spent making and learning and being a part of and expressing myself through music, whether I'm getting paid for it or not, or whether I have listeners or not. It's just a part of who I am. For anyone that's starting out in music right now, I think the advice that I would have for those people would be get your business together, and while that's something that's very important, to also realize that music is the most important thing about creating music, okay? I think a lot of people, forget about the business, and you have to know about the business. It's very important, especially if you're dealing with business arrangements in music. You have to treat your music like it's something of value, because it is, and you're doing something that not everyone in the world can do, especially if you're creating good music. Not everyone can make good music, so you have to be able to market and sell and blah 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 and know all that stuff. But again, keep that second, because what you're making and what you're writing and what you're expressing is the most important part, and you've gotta be a musician first, okay? So get your business together, but remember to be a musician. My favorite thing about music would have to be performing. I love being on stage. I love entertaining people. I love kind of drawing people in and getting in the zone and just kind of making people laugh and making people have a good time and making them dance, making them nod their heads, tap their feet, whatever, just to enjoy the music and create a vibe that just kind of circulates through the entire room or venue or wherever you are. It's cool to have everyone connected with that one thing, and I like being the person that presents that connection. It's awesome. The way I feel about the music business right now is I think that the music business, on the business side, it's a necessity. It's got to be there, but at the same time, it's changing so rapidly with the introduction of technology, the internet, and all of those things. I think that artists and musicians have been doing a very good job of adjusting and evolving with the technology, but I feel that the big business side of the music industry has not done such a good job. A lot of the artists that are on the major label side, they're really suffering because of that. They're the ones that are feeling the brunt of all the money that's being lost because it's being taken out of their budgets. They're getting horrible record deals as a result of it. They're really the ones that are suffering. The music business at some point is going to make a huge shift to really benefit and credit the independent artists and the artists that know how to create, run, and maintain their own business, as opposed to allowing these bigger corporations and conglomerates controlling what they're doing. And I think that that's a good thing. So I think that right now the music business is kind of in a gray area, but I think that it's making a shift towards something better, which is dope. I'm a member of two breaking crews, LA Breakers out of Los Angeles and Brickheads out of Chicago. Both of my crews are awesome. Two of the freshest breaking crews in the world. And we've got some of the dopest dancers around. But both of the crews are doing their thing, out there breaking and practicing and battling, doing shows as both of my crews do. You know what I mean? That's the way it is. It's a lifestyle that exists whether people are paying attention to it or not. Much like making music and much like being an unfamous artist or an underground artist, it's something that you do because you love it, and that's it, and that's what both crews are on. Other things that I do besides making music and dancing, I'm also a DJ. I also produce events and arrange concerts and stuff like that. And I also work with kids, which is something that I love to do and I've always loved to do, and I've been doing that for almost 10 years now. Typically what I like to do is a program that I created that demonstrates to kids the evolution of hip-hop in like a hands-on sense. So they learn from the beginning in the 70s and each style of each element, rapping, DJing, breakdancing, and graffiti, and they get to try each and every one of those elements as they evolve in real time, you know. Do a lot of this and a lot of that, a little of that here and there, so I'm all over the place. So out of everything that I do, I can't really say that I have a favorite. You know, playing instruments or making beats or rapping or singing or dancing and DJing. I feel like I keep all of those things very separate. So it's like there's a lot of people that may know what I do in one area or one of my talents or skills, but they don't know about something else. And then when they see me doing it or they see it, they're always like, whoa, I had no idea you did this thing. And you know, that's always interesting to me, but I don't really have a favorite. I just do all the things I do. I just like to, I think my favorite thing is just being expressive through art in general, be it visual, audible, or physical, whatever it is. It's something that I just love, period. I think that my virtue and my fault are probably the same thing, and that would be my like willingness and dedication to work. And you know, when it comes to creating or working on anything artistic, I really love to do that. So it's what I drive myself to do. And I think that sometimes I might push myself a little too hard and spend too much time doing it, but at the same time, it's obviously a good thing because you get a lot of things done, you know? So it's kind of a give and take. It's a virtue and a fault at the same time. I loved my debut on HotMyHitz. It's awesome. It was cool to have my music being played to a new area of the world and have it being heard by new listeners. And I'm glad that everyone commented on it that heard it, and I'm glad that people like what they heard. And hopefully they'll keep listening. I'll keep making music for you. I'm extremely excited to create a new fan base in Spain, and that's a part of the world that I really haven't focused on much in recent years, and I haven't been exposed there. So it's awesome to be able to get some new listeners out there, and I'm really looking forward to going out and performing and meeting some new fans and making even more new fans and connecting with the team over at HotMyHitz and you know, just hanging out and kicking it in Spain, breaking and rapping and making music and meeting people and, you know, having a good time. That's it. If I got the chance, I would definitely love to come and play a show in Spain. We're already working on that, so I think I'll be out there relatively soon rocking some music for the Spanish hip-hop fans. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for loving what I do. Just keep bumping Anacron music. Definitely check back with HotMyHitz anytime you want to hear anything new from me, because HotMyHitz is going to be your source for fresh Anacron music in Spain. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Peace out.